On March 24, 2022, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea launched its biggest intercontinental ballistic missile, demonstrating the rogue regime's ability to reach as far as the U.S. mainland. The show of force marked the 12th time North Korea has engaged in proactive weapons testing in the last year alone, violating UN Security Council resolutions and representing a clear threat to regional and global security. Yet, despite being isolated from the rest of the world, outcast as a political pariah, and facing strict sanctions, North Korea has been able to double down on its military modernization drive, vowing to speed up the development of its nuclear weapons arsenal as fast as possible. To achieve this goal, North Korean cyber criminals have conducted attacks on banks, cryptocurrency exchanges, and organizations all over the globe to boost the economy and further its national ambitions. In this video, you're going to learn how crypto hackers are funding North Korea's nuclear program. But before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Done that? Let's go! North Korea's operatives, using keyboards rather than guns, stealing digital wallets of cryptocurrency instead of stacks of cash, are the world's leading bank robbers, according to the U.S. Justice Department's National Security Division. Building off an earlier criminal case brought in 2018, 3 North Korean computer programmers were charged in February last year for participating in a wide-ranging criminal conspiracy to steal and extort over $1.3 billion from banks to Hollywood movie studios in a massive hacking spree. All 3 programmers were identified as members of a North Korean military intelligence agency, accused of carrying out hacks on behalf of the government with the goal of using the stolen funds for the benefit of the regime. Unfortunately, despite the charges, attacks originating from the Hermit Kingdom haven't stopped. North Korean hackers launched at least 7 successful attacks on cryptocurrency platforms in 2021, extracting nearly $400 million US, allegations which North Korea denies. But it gets worse. According to blockchain data firm Chainalysis, digital thieves are on track for a record-breaking year. Hackers stole $1.3 billion worth of cryptocurrency in the first 3 months of 2022, after seizing $3.2 billion in 2021. And according to U.S. law enforcement, the attacks are all linked to at least 2 North Korean hacker groups, controlled by North Korea's primary intelligence agency, the Reconnaissance General Bureau, or RGB. The best known of the 2 groups is Lazarus. Lazarus gained notoriety for its attack on Sony Pictures in 2014 and the spread of the WannaCry ransomware in 2017. The group is known by law enforcement agencies around the world for targeting foreign militaries, governments, and companies in the financial, manufacturing, publishing, media, entertainment, and shipping industries. More recently, the U.S. Treasury Department and FBI tied Lazarus to the theft of more than $600 million in cryptocurrency from the Axie Infinity play-to-earn video game. The game has swelled in popularity as players see the potential to earn real money. One 22-year-old player from the Philippines reportedly bought 2 apartments in Manila with his earnings from the game. This underscores the limits of law enforcement's ability to stop the flow of illicit cryptocurrency across the globe, and is one example of how criminals have learned to target the growing crypto economy's weakest points. Stealing cryptocurrency has become a priority for virtually all of the North Korean groups. One reason the hackers have focused on cryptocurrency over other forms of financial crime is no doubt the relative ease of laundering digital cash. Once North Korea gains custody of the stolen funds, they initiate a careful laundering process to cover up and cash out. They exploit faulty code in decentralized crypto platforms, use tools that help them hide their tracks, such as converting assets to privacy-enhancing cryptocurrencies, and take advantage of spotty law enforcement coordination across international borders. North Korean hackers are patient in cashing out their stolen crypto, often holding on to the funds for years before beginning the laundering process. The North Korean regime has figured out they don't have any other options. They don't have any other real way of engaging with the world or with the economy. But they do have this pretty awesome cyber capability, and they're able to leverage it to bring hundreds of millions of dollars into a country that has spent years under severe sanctions. The second North Korean hacker group to concern law enforcement is APT-38, best known for stealing $81 million in the Bangladesh bank robbery that took place in 2016. The group is particularly aggressive, regularly using destructive malware to render victim networks inoperable following theft. They are careful and calculated, often maintaining access to a victim's environment for up to 2 years in order to understand the network layout, required permissions, and system technologies to achieve their goals. APT-38 is unique in that it is not afraid to aggressively destroy evidence or victim networks as part of its operations. This attitude toward destruction is probably a result of the group trying to not only cover its tracks, but also to provide cover for money laundering operations. In any case, these hacking groups have nothing to fear from the North Korean government. After all, they operate in the interests of the state and their great leader. You see, free internet does not exist in North Korea. The government completely controls internet access. The possibility that North Korean hackers can do anything on their own is, therefore, virtually impossible. All cyber attacks are undoubtedly explicitly authorized or even initiated and directed by the regime. Moreover, the hackers are known to be recruited and trained by the government. Thousands of young North Koreans are selected as early as the age of 11 and are given privileges such as spacious apartments and exemption from military service. The North Korean regime has increasingly relied on cybercrime to generate revenue for its nuclear weapons and ballistic missile programs as it tries to evade sanctions. And so, as the North Korean hacker army's successes mount, so does the urgency for U.S. authorities who have come to view the attacks as threats to national security. But since North Korean threat actors face no risk of prosecution in their home country, it's unlikely to see these attacks will stop anytime soon. What are your thoughts on North Korea's hacker army? Can they be stopped? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until next time!